Good evening, everyone. Welcome to WESL TV channel 984 in the City of Champions Television Network. I'm Maurice. Glad to be with you. We're in the great city of Washington Park, Illinois, where a lot of good things are happening right here in precinct number 5 in the city of Washington Park. As you look and see the great greenery, there was a lot of shrubbery, a lot of things that were being kept up in this neighborhood here. And during the past couple of weeks, members of the action team here in Washington Park have been doing an outstanding job clearing away debris, getting vacant lots cleared up, and we're here this morning to talk about some of the things. I came through here a month ago, and you couldn't even see. You could barely get down this street right here. And as these people have been really coming into the neighborhood here in precinct number 5 to get the job done and make sure the citizens are happy about what they're seeing. Not only that, there are a lot of elderly people in precinct number 5, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. Joining me now is members of the precinct number 5 action team, Ferris Williams, precinct committeeman in precinct number 5. Mr. Williams, thank you and your crew for joining us this morning. Introduce your crew to us right here.
First of all, I'd like to introduce Mr. James Mackle. He's a trustee here in the village of Washington Park. Mr. Scott Rose, he's one of the outstanding business here in Washington Park, part of the action team that come out to work with us on Saturdays and weekends. We've been cleaning up for the last couple of months here in Washington Park, not just in Canteen 5.
We're completely overwhelmed with problems that's developed over the years, but we're working on them. With certain elderly, we directly go to them. They tell us what the problem is, mainly around their home and all, and we work with that. And for this street go that we're on here now, the trees was grown out to the point that you could walk down the sidewalk, but it was a problem seeing up and down the sidewalk. So we rectified that by cutting the trees from the foot of the tree up to about 15 feet. We did this all the way down the street, and you'll get to see that a little more as this tape rolls. So we're trying to take that example and put it throughout the community. And we're doing this stuff, mind you, with hand tools, okay? Although this village got a lot of mechanical tools, they're not afforded to us. So we're working with this thing best we can, and we're on our way up with what we're doing.
Scott?
Thank you. Yeah, I've came back down here. This is my second time being part of the village. I worked here back in the late 80s, early 90s on the fire department as a paid fireman. Came back here about 3 years ago as a volunteer. And as my time down here, I found that there's certain people down here. These two gentlemen are an example of those people that really care about the community. They live in the community. They're out in the streets every day with the citizens, working to clean it up and help this village move forward. The village of Washington Park has a perception that it's dangerous and it's scary, and that perception, if anybody comes down here, they'll see that it's not what people outside this village envision it to be. Other than we have a lot of homes that are abandoned, a lot of lots that are overgrown, and that's what the example of these two gentlemen are trying to clean this up. So I bought some property here. I am invested in this village. I consider myself a resident of the village of Washington Park. So I'm going to spend my energy and my time with gentlemen like this that are working for the village at their time to make this a better place and a safer place. So as we move forward and you come down here, you'll see that there's a division politically. There's just, and it's almost, I've never seen it as bad anywhere else where you go, where it's almost like grade school level fighting. It's where you've got people that are in control of the village. And Trustee Matkins alluded to we're using hand tools. This village has had a bunch of equipment, bulldozers and chainsaws and backhoes for years, and for some reason, the administration will not let people use that equipment. So here we have a couple trustees that are in charge of all the equipment. But the current administration says, oh no, we're not going to let you use the equipment. And it befuddles me. Why you have two men here and more people that want to help clean up this village, and there's this wall, this division that's put up that stops progress down here. These two gentlemen, I believe, have the vision to move this village forward. They're preaching transparency. They're preaching get people involved.
as a former first responder here in this village and now a businessman in this village, that really kind of burns at your heart to see how people don't get along and won't help people like the two trustees here to make this a better community. Yes.
Absolutely. I'm still a first responder.
Oh, good, great.
But why people can't seem to get together, and it seems more personal reasons. It's like I said, it's like a playground. You know, somebody gets mad on the playground and they just want to fight and fight. I've been at these village hall meetings. I've seen all these. There's personal vendettas going on. So I have faith in these two gentlemen that they are going to be able to unite this village and take what this village gets, move forward, and work on progress for the future.
We have two trustees here in the city of Washington Park. We have a business owner and a first responder, a fireman here in Washington Park, talking about what's going on here in this great city. And I believe it's on the rise. These three men right here are epitome of what's the progress that is taking place here in the city of Washington Park. We're going to come back with more and put a wrap on this event right after this. This is WSL TV 984 on the City of Champions Television Network. All right, welcome back to WSL TV channel 984 in the City of Champions Television Network. We're in Washington Park, Illinois, the great city of Washington Park. And we was over in Precinct 5. Now we're in Precinct 4. You look in the background, this is Mary McKinney's precinct. Get out and support her in the upcoming election. She's doing a great job along with Trustee Mackinson. And if you look and see, right here, Duncan, if you compare it to that White House right there, Mr. Mackins has been living here for over, what, 30-something? 41 years. Look at the vision that he has in that beautiful ranch-style home. Scrubby, everything is well kept. That's the vision that he has here in this city. And this is the vision that this group and others want for the entire Washington Park community. A month and a half ago, I drove through here. This particular lot behind the trustees here was like a war zone, so to speak. There was a vacant house. You couldn't see anything. Now you can see people homes. You can see apartments. But I never knew those apartment buildings were even in the city of Washington Park. Look at them now. People can come. This could be a safe haven for kids to come and play in. It's a beautiful manicured lot here that a month and a half ago, I didn't even know exists. You couldn't even tell it exists. It's because of the hard work of these gentlemen and others here in the community that are getting the job done. Trustee Williams, tell the viewers about this particular lot across the street from Trustee Mackin.
Well, for over the previous years, it was a structured building that was here. Used to be named a long time ago the Players Club. And the building had so much debris and everything down until the city official and the public work superintendent and the county board member, Ms. John McIntyre, Superintendent Tommy Dancy, made contact with Belleville, Illinois to do some demolition here in Washington Park. By the blessing of God, the hand and the power and the machine, they came down to do demolition on the building. After they did demolition, we decided we all would get together, come together, and get this community here properly clean, where it'd be a vision where the people could be able to see more clearly, where the kids could probably become in the future a little mini park. And Mr. Mackin, he led this cleanup here, right here, which Mr. Scott said with that beautiful ranch home right here. Mr. Mackin can give you more information about this procedure of the cleanup of the property.
I appreciate it, Scott. Appreciate your station coming out. I've been at the residence 1606 North 51st Street for 41 years. I moved there November of 77. And I've been a struggle for being, it was a beautiful neighborhood. If it weren't at that time a beautiful neighborhood, I'd have kept traveling. But I stopped. And 41 years later, it's not that anymore. So now my fight, my biggest battle daily is to bring back what I once seen and had 41 years ago. So with that, this lot here in particular, just do it myself. I keep this up myself complete. My home and several houses up the street that I work myself, you know. And so and I'm doing this with hand tool. Again, hand tool. I can imagine what we can get done, and some of us hadn't, but a greater level has got to happen. We got to get more of our heavy equipment around and do what has got to be done with this village to bring it back.
And Trustee Mackins, when lots and other property in the city of Washington Park are cleaned up, like you had the demolition done here with the old building and it's cleaned up, it brings up the property value in the homes around it. The insurance costs start going down. Can you talk about the important aspects of that?
You're exactly right. I've lost all sorts of costs in my home due to the neighborhood. But not only that, you lose spirit costs. It's the cost of people having high spirits. It gets shattered, you know, and you lose that hope. Some people their hope is, I guess, boarding on others. I think people just see what I do. I think that's uplifting a lot of people. But I think eventually, if I continue, they'll come out. Same with Brother Ferris's area, all the area. We just gotta, those who got a little more consciousness than those who don't. They gotta join us, and we get done what we need to get done in the village of Washington Park.
And wrapping up this segment here and putting the wraps on this project, I would like each and every one of you to give a parting shot. Mr. Scott, go right ahead.
Yeah, it's a blessing for me to be around gentlemen like this that definitely truly care about this community. I see, you know, there's a lot of down here in a small little town. I see politically people are taking personal vendettas against people. And that needs to stop. You know, the two gentlemen here are trying to unite people. They may not love who they're working with, but I see them as team players. You know, you don't have to, that doesn't have to be your best friend next to you to have the same mission and to be able to move forward. And that's what I see with these two gentlemen, is that they are able to take people and unite this village for a common cause. Not for selfishness, not for nepotism, but for the village first. It's a blessing and pleasure for me to be part of this, because I see the vision that they have, and that's my vision as well now, and I'm going to do what I can to help this village move forward.
And I want to personally say thank you for staying. You're a first responder here in this village. You're a businessman in this village. I really appreciate you staying and not giving up here in the city of Washington Park. Mr. Mackey?
Brother Scott, we appreciate you bringing out the station and giving a little time with us here beneath this exposure. So with that, we're going to sign it up.
And Trustee Bruce.
I'd like to say is one thing that we would love to see come together. Miss McKinney is a very devoted trustee and commitment in her area. She's out in this community, in her community every day. She serves her people. She serves them with food and different things. She take care of her elder peoples and different things. One thing that I mostly would like to see is that we all come together. The problem in Washington Park, we as elected officials, we need to learn how to do legislation laws and put things into effect. Nobody can beat when you have it in black and white in the right perspective of being with the law. I don't hold the public work responsible for things they are not doing, because the thing is that the public work is not divided. It's just the elected officials that are divided at this moment. And I pray every day and every night that for a good cause. If we don't want to come together just for us reason, let's come together for the vision and for the citizens of Washington Park. We don't hold the public work superintendent. He does it. Tommy Danza have done a great job since he's been here. When Tommy came in, there was a lot of work here. I know he had his hand full and different things, but we didn't come in together to give him the support that he needed to. So we don't have any problem with him. I feel that if we can just come together and do things the right way, I think that he's the right person as the superintendent of Washington Park that could lead this visit to make sure that things get beautified. We just need to come together and let's beautify the village of Washington Park. And I'd like to say to you, Mr. Scott, we really appreciate you taking your time to bring your TV station out here to view some of the things that we are doing. I feel very proud and I feel very positive right now. I feel that God are in the lead of this organization, because so many things are happening right now, and we are blessed for it. It just opened up my heart today to know that we are here to talk about and see what other people in other villages and other cities can see some of the things that we are doing. So you're never too old or too young to learn anything from anybody. And our arm is open. Anybody can give us suggestions to help us. Please contact us. You can contact me at the chairman of the organization, Action Team Organization, 618-670-3392. And we thank you once again. Thank you.
All right. And Trustee Mackins, Trustee Williams, Mr. Scott, you know, what you've heard here this morning is that these gentlemen have their arms open for the community and for the opposition. They are not opposed to anybody working together as one for the citizens here in Washington Park. There are a lot of people involved with this action team, not just these 3 members, but a lot of other people involved. And what they want you to do is come get involved with them. People don't get along, but people should be able to work together for the betterment of the community. With that said, those of you who are watching this, get out and vote this November. Because if people don't want to work with people who want to make things better for the community, and I don't have a dog in the fight, I'm not from Washington Park, but I'm from East St. Louis in this area, Centerville, and it's all one. And that goes for anybody who don't want to work for the betterment of our elderly, our youth, and the rest of the citizens in this greater East St. Louis community. You need to make your vote count in November and get out and vote for positive change. They did it out in St. Clair County when they got rid of Glass-Eye Bob McCullum in the prosecutor race and others. And we can do the same thing right here in the great city of Washington Park, in the great city of East St. Louis, Illinois, and Centerville, Illinois. And let's add Cahokia in that as well. Mayor McCall and his group is doing a good job out there. And what we want to do is highlight the good in our people. I don't have time for people who don't want to help people. And anybody that knows me knows and understands I'm a people person. The youth is first, the elderly is first, and the citizens are first. And that's what I'm about. And that's why I took the time here this morning to come out and highlight some of the good things, Precinct 5, Precinct 4, some of the great things here in the city of Washington Park. And if you, the opposition, want to get some time, we offer that to you. Let me know what you're doing positive. We'll come cover it, but if you ain't doing nothing, we don't have nothing to cover. I'd like to thank Trustee Mackins.
Scott, before you turn it off,
yes, go ahead.
Put in one thing. I give you my card.
Absolutely.
And on the card, what it says is, you are now a member of Washington Park Think Tank. Think what you could do, Washington Park citizens, to save Washington Park. We appreciate it. Anybody want to come forward and give Washington Park a hand in whatever area, uplift. We appreciate it.
All right. And you can reach Trustee Mackins at 618-340-8022. Mr. Williams, what's your number again?
I gave 618-670-3392.
All right. Executive producer of WESL TV Channel 84 in the City of Champions Television Network is my main man, Lawrence Allen Duncan. Up and going, bringing you sports and community news across the greater East St. Louis area. I'm Maurice Scott. Thank you for joining me here in the great city of Washington Park, Illinois, and we'll be back before November. And those of you who don't want to do nothing, you will get exposed. I'm guaranteed. Have a good day. Thank you for joining me. May God bless you. Oh, one more thing before we go, Duncan. This gentleman right here, we've been coaching basketball for a long time. We've been coaching, being on 2 different coaching staffs together. When it comes to youth, he's the head basketball coach at Mason Clark Middle School right now. When it comes to youth, this guy right here is second to none. And he's a dear friend of mine. And I want everybody to get out and make sure you support Ferris Williams, precinct number 4 in the November election. All right? All right. Thank you for your support. God bless you. We'll see you next time.